Right, we're just going to go whenever?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Boys. And girls too. Can you believe we're finally here?
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Feels pretty good, eh?
Yep.
Been a minute we've been talking about this. Years and years of talks in pubs, in houses, what could be. We'd be millionaires if we started it when we started talking about it.
I don't want to hear things like that, lad. I don't, because we're here now.
Yeah, that's all good.
Yeah. If I had a penny for every time, I'd have £6.40. Anyway.
What do you reckon you would buy if you had that £6.40 now?
£6.40. I'd do a £5 munch anyway.
£5 munch?
Ooh.
What would that consist of?
It's going to be, I mean, they don't do them anymore, but Milky Way, crispy Milky Ways, you know.
They don't do them anymore.
Also, that's not food. What do you mean?
No, the crispy rolls, Milky Way crispy rolls. Do you remember them?
Oh,
Yeah.
the little 20p
The
things.
crispy rolls are banging. Do you know
Well,
what
I mean,
Yeah, probably about £2 now.
You've just triggered. I had a dream the other day. I know there's nothing more boring than someone talking about their dream. That Mars Delight was something. Oh, that
Mars
was
Delight.
do you not remember? It was
Mars
like
is such a
Wait.
basic. Mars is the
No,
literally
hold
bottom
on, but
of the
Mars Delight
pile,
though.
man.
It
Nah,
had like
Mars is
ripples
the-
in it. It was 2 biscuits in one, and it had like it was a bit like a crispy roll. It was like a bougie
Twix.
crispy
It's a
roll.
Twix, isn't it?
No,
Mars is
caramel.
version of a Twix.
Had like the filling of a crispy roll, but it had
That
a
was
bit
the
more.
best thing about the crispy roll was the crunch.
Yeah.
You know,
Wait, okay, hold on. How did you eat it? How did you eat yours?
like that.
Oh, see,
Yeah.
I used to.
You didn't suck the middle out. There's no way you sucked the middle out.
I had a process, and I would painstakingly
It's not
take
bone
off.
marrow.
Put it in a stew.
Put it in a
Crispy
stew,
rolls.
he says.
My bay leaves with my crispy roll.
All right. I used to like to take it off layer by layer. Chocolate off, wafer off.
How did you do
No
it? Sucking
way.
it?
No, you could just take little bites.
little scrapes.
Yeah, like
Little scapey.
No.
Serial killer is. I used to peel grapes, actually. Which is fucking mad,
So
isn't it?
don't talk to me about serial killer. Don't talk.
I ain't got a steady enough hand.
And
to peel
I
it.
also used to, I mean, obviously this is before we had MSN Messenger. Yeah, I used to put a grape in the middle of the kitchen. I'd sit one end and whoever, I don't know who was the other person, some friend, and we'd throw a tennis ball and try and squash the grape.
I don't know.
I feel like, people in the Great Depression. I used to just have a tire and a stick and I'll be happy for weeks.
Come and churn some butter, boy. That's what you got for today's task.
I got
Burn some cheddar, boy.
ball in a cup. Play ball in a cup. Yeah, ball in a cup.
I see you've played knifey spoony before.
That's not a knife. Yeah, okay. All right.
Anyway,
all right,
we've been chatting breeds, which we will do. But I guess you're probably thinking, who are we? And what is Chew the Fat? So, I mean, I think this is, when we were talking about this podcast, the one thing that I really enjoyed was it took us all of about 4 seconds to come up with a name. Because we often say, oh, let's meet this weekend, let's just chew the fat. And we're going to chew the proverbial fat, but we're also going to be chewing some literal fat with a little segment that Dean's going to run further
Physical
down the line.
fat.
Yeah, we're going to enjoy that one. But so I'm going to give you an intro so people know who you are, right? I'm going to intro you. You intro Ben. I've already given it away. And then this man right here is not called Ben. He can intro me. So we haven't come up with this, but so on my right is the curly-haired destroyer, destroyer of worlds, destroyer of girls.
I'm inevitable.
No, so we've been friends. I became friends with both of you at the same time. We've been friends now for 11 years?
Yeah, 2012. Met in 2012.
Met in 2012. And this is D Breezy Dean, everyone.
Hello.
And that's what you got to say. Hello.
That's all I got to say.
Okay.
Hello. How you doing?
And then,
And to my left is Ben, right?
oh,
And
bet you never
hey,
guessed that.
guess his name. It's Ben. And I guess you know what? One of the earliest memories I have of you is the picture that you two have together. Is when you went like swimming with dolphins, and there's just a picture of you guys just cuddling a dolphin in some Mexican pond pool.
In a Mexican pond.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dolphin's life was good though. It was an open sea, so don't come at us for this captivated dolphin stuff.
Listen,
That was wild. Though.
We wrestled down a stray dolphin.
Yeah,
his life could probably have
we
been
just
better.
minded our own
to be
business.
But anyway,
honest.
that's the earliest memory I had of Ben, was seeing the photo of, like, come around to your flat, This is Ben, and then there's just a photo of you two there, just
Specifically in the toilet.
grinning from ear to ear.
Yeah.
Was it in the toilet?
It was definitely in the toilet, yeah.
I thought it was the kitchen, but maybe that's...
That was definitely the toilet.
Damn, that says a lot. Anyway.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Now, obviously, to the left is the... how would I even describe you? Let's just say... The yin to my raging yang.
Wow. The raging yin to the raging yang, I would say.
Right now.
The Mentos to my Coke, as it were. That's a good old reference. You
That
like
is
that
a
one?
reference. That's an age-old reference.
This is Sam.
Thank you very much. So
There you go.
Sam, Ben,
Mentos,
Dean. As all Englishmen, we have one-syllable names, and
'Cause it's easy.
because we like to sprinkle our character through our essence and our words, not by our mums giving us fancy names. They had no.
My words are
creativity.
good.
Do you want a sprinkle of some essence? Is that
Oh, a sprinkle of some essence.
Sprinkle of some essence.
But yeah, you said it then. Coca Mentos. That was our nickname for ages because.
Is that actually your nickname, Coca
Yeah,
Mentos?
well, it's a self-proclaimed nickname, but I guess someone's got to come up with just a nickname.
Yeah, true.
Because you
Yeah,
know,
who came up with that?
on their own.
Did you come up with it?
On their own, it's a Mentos. It's a nondescript minty sweet, right? It's a confectionery item that turns your breath from meh to pretty fresh.
There's no explosion,
and then Coke,
is there? No
Coke
explosion.
is just a sugarful,
Dark.
viscous
Yeah.
liquid
Clean the toilets.
that everyone drinks. But together, it's combined
Yeah.
with Coke and Mentos, you get fireworks.
Mm,
And that's us.
Indeed.
We've got some stories to tell over the years, and we'll get into that further down the pod. Both of us. And obviously you two met through me, which is always nice when I think two friends get on and then spend their own time with each other.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and hey, we've been talking about this for a minute, but I mean, I'm going to ask both of you, because I know we kind of talked about this a bit, but like, Dean, what are you most looking forward to with starting this podcast?
Chewing the fat. No, I'll just like spending more time with people that I enjoy spending time with.
Oh, he's hit us with a little wholesome
You
one off the
know,
bat.
listen, there's wholesomeness in here somewhere. It's in here somewhere. Where's that
Oh,
wholesome?
you can walk up my left nut.
Hate it. Hate that so much.
Well, you hate what I just said.
No, that was cute. That was very
No,
cute.
it's all right.
That's what he does. He's like, he's loving
I
the...
suck it back in and I'll say, yeah, man, these lot are all right, innit? And, you know, getting to spend 3 hours putting some, like, electrical stuff together, you know, that I do in a week anyway. So, hey, why not?
He's
Why not
still
do it on a weekend?
He's not over it. He's
Ben,
not
what do you
over
like?
putting it all together.
So he did none of this.
I was going to say, hold on. How are you taking credit for
He had the
this?
same headphones as me. They were a different brand, a different colour, and he got all arsey about that. And then he just sat there smelling of Chardonnay and beetroot juice.
I was on time.
He also
All right?
sat there with his headphones on, pretending not to hear us for 20 minutes, just so he could ignore us.
The headphones that I forgot that I bought.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
But Ben, what about you? What are you most looking forward to?
So I hate that I'm going to like ape that now, but that pretty much is something that we spoke about the other day, and it was like not necessarily that means excuse, but a good reason to see my boys once a week, once every couple of weeks, something like that. I think this is really nice. It's really nice. It's just like something I'm really going to look forward to. And if this turns into something like much bigger and broader,
when it turns into something
when
much
it turns
bigger.
into when it does that, more's the better. But that is a bonus. I just want it's good to see the boys. That's all.
Yeah, for sure. Because like, I mean, I would say
You woke up by a right nut.
we spend a fair bit of time together, but realistically, it's probably no more than once a month. And if that's probably a push anyway.
True.
Yeah.
And I think we've always kind of spending the time with each other as a free, and then when we do, we just giggle and laugh about silly stuff, as you're already kind of finding out. But I think for me, I've worked with a few podcasters because I work in like that world, and the one thing that I love about when I see some of them, and I think it's legit rather than just like a show, is when the cameras aren't on and they're still just having fun. And I'm like, what better thing than just to prat around with your mates? But then you stick a mic in.
Been doing it all my life, you know? Why not?
Doing it for free all my life.
You know what I mean?
So yeah, exactly. So I think
Must be pretty good at it.
and then I think as long as that's the mindset, right? No one's going to be listening to this episode. My mum probably is. You know, a couple of friends. That's it. No one's going. Someone might listen to it further down the line, look back. Oh, wonder what episode one was
yeah.
like. But no one's going to listen to this.
No one's listening to this right now. Absolutely not.
No.
So
Yeah,
if you are
only
listening,
us.
if you are listening,
At a push.
then hold tight, you, because like you can literally say you're a day one-er, but like I think that's it. Like go through that journey. It's going to morph. It's going to change. But yeah, it's exciting. I also think
man.
like talking about something for ages is what men do so well. It's that guy in the pub and I want to play for Villa.
We're sorry. Sorry. I'm deeply sorry. Sorry.
So we lasted all of 12 minutes without hitting a technical difficulty. Turns out cameras can't record for much longer than 12 minutes without overheating. News to me. Anyway, the rest of the audio was captured, so carry on watching for the full audio, and by the time we are back on your screens for the next episode, we'll have had this fixed. Enjoy. I would have played for Blues if I didn't hurt my knee. I mean, you work on site.
Or don't do though.
Yeah, but you work on site.
Men don't talk about stuff sometimes. So, it might
but what I mean is it's the if buts and maybes guys, Captain Hindsight.
Barbershop type stuff.
And I think I don't want to be that guy that sits there at 70 going, I could have done this, could have done that, but I didn't. I just put up with shit. And so I think we're actually taking a little bit of initiative, doing it, regardless of the success. I think that's admirable. And I also think it's going to be fun as anything.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm actually looking forward to, things just something will just be said and then it'll just be like a thing that we say all the time or something. It'll just come out of nowhere. Like, you woke up my left nut. Do you know what I mean? Like,
well, that came out of the last we had a little session. Yeah, we won't go into detail, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, just things that come out. That's like.
I'm hoping that one's going to be replaced sooner rather than later. That's
good, man.
Okay. Left nut, right.
Mentos, baby. Put it in that Coca-Cola.
Sprinkle it in.
So what are you guys kind of thinking in terms of what our viewers should expect from us going forward? What do you think they should come to this podcast to see or to hear?
Do you know what? I've been telling a couple of people about this, and I'm bad for this. It's one of my bad traits. I'll tell people stuff before I've done it. And then, what's it about? And I'm like, I'm kind of going to be about everything and this and that. But generally, chewing the fat is having conversation. I think we see things from a really cool perspective. We're quite playful. I think we've got a pretty decent moral compass, but also we're not part of cancel culture. We want to have fun. I think we want to keep it fairly lighthearted. You're going to get some laughs. You're going to get some entertainment. This guy in the corner is going to say some ludicrous things because his brain
forget to say stuff. I don't even know.
His brain works in.
I think the good thing is that if there's a subject, there'll be 3 different. Like, we won't have the same opinion.
That's very true.
Like, not one of us will probably have the same.
I think that's where we're good as a trio, because we're all from very different backgrounds. Like, me and Dean are from Birmingham at different parts. Ben, you're from London, and then even within that, like, completely different backgrounds, completely different careers. Been some crossover.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, I think they're going to see a bit of that. Also, for me, I want to bring it back to, like, I think some podcasts I do listen to podcasts, and there's a couple that have probably inspired me to do this. So. But I think a lot of them get a little bit lazy. They talk in front of a camera. I want to bring back a little bit of the vim,
bit of pizzazz,
like have a bit of fun with it. Like almost, let's. I don't want to talk about what's going to come up.
Yeah, words to what we got coming. Yeah, words to what we got coming.
Have a bit of fun with it. Like, I love an old fashioned jingle. I do. Like, bring back the jingle. I was, you see Peter Kay back in the day.
Live longer with cow. Everybody remembers that shit, bro. Forever, like.
Imagine.
I bet they don't even make washing machines anymore.
Imagine the guy that wrote that.
Done like bloody.
Oh, that guy.
It's like about a boy where he's living off the royalties, and it's just like he's in the pub, and it's like, hey Derek, how come you can always afford to do what you do? All those cruises you go on, Derek. Well, do you remember Calgon? I wrote it.
See, I picture him as more like the bad guy from Inspector Gadget. You know the claw. He's just sitting there stroking his cat, just sitting on bags of money. Where have you got it all from? Never you mind.
I love that it takes such a minimal top layer scratch of your brain to get to Inspector Gadget. There's no burrowing around in the files there.
He's never had to wash nothing, has he, though? It's always been washed for him.
That guy's a villain. Free. I'm telling you, that guy's an absolute villain. Anyway.
But yeah, I remember though, like, I always had
He's a villain.
I always had a thing for, like, old school radio stations, and I'm from Birmingham. We had, do you remember BRMB?
Yeah.
It was like the most like middle of the road thing. Now it'd be terrible. I don't think it doesn't exist anymore, but they used to have one. It was like 96.4 BRMB. And then they had all these local Birmingham. And then, like, I remembered them all because I was always in the car. They get repetitive. And See if you remember this. Do you remember one? There was one for a tile shop.
Don't. Yeah, I knew. Wait.
There was a tile shop.
Stetchford tiles. Oh my.
Big one, small one's patterned or plain. You call in once, you'll have to call again. You're one-stop shop.
You got
You've
the lot.
Put it on the Stetchford tile.
Well, that's very good, by the way.
What?
That's very
I'd
good.
never thought that in years.
Yeah.
And thanks for bringing that up. I'll dream of that tonight.
There was another one. See if you get this one. The mortgage point. 2360606.
The mortgage point. Yeah. God.
Again, like someone just written that and it's lodged in my brain. But yeah, I think.
Yeah, thanks GCSE. He's like,
what do you want? You know, people to take away. What can they expect from you or from us?
Well, I am looking forward to one of the segments that we're going to be delving into much more going forward is one where I'm going to, or we're all going to try and do this, to take turns doing this, I think. Trying to convince the other two people of something that they haven't tried before, but we're really into.
Yeah, like that.
I've got a great one for the first week. I'm not sure we're going to bring up now. We'll bring up the next time, but I've got a few good ones right off the dome that I know that you guys will enjoy once we get round to it, but I know it's probably not going to be the easiest thing in the world getting you to start in the first place. But we'll figure it out.
Got to be open-minded, I think.
Yes.
But you're a man that has such odd taste.
So now, again, I don't like the way that you're framing that, by the way.
Okay.
You're a man with odd taste.
Let me reword it.
He's got great taste.
If someone was to meet Ben for the first time on face value, but then actually find out what music he listens to, what he watches, what he reads, like it would just.
What do you read?
You're one of one.
What do you even read?
You're one of one.
I'll take one of one all day long.
Yeah, I'll take you can't be less than one. I mean, wait, no. You can't be more than one of one.
I remember the first.
Can we put a pint in a pint glass?
One of the first times we met outside after we come back from Cancun, because that's where we met. We'll go into that later on. But I remember we met and you had headphones on, and I was like, "Oh, what's that noise?" And you were listening to, mate. He was listening to. This is like a handsome mixed race lad that dresses fairly well, right? He had a stretched earlobe at the time, so that's a little bit of a giveaway. He was listening to the most obscene, screamy metal music, and I was like, "Who is this guy?" And that's you, like, just
sign him up.
Yes. He'll do a job. But yeah, just keeps you on your toes. I think that's good though, because I think the same for Dean, like the way your brain works, man.
Yeah, that's a unique man.
That's a one.
That's a unique man. Right?
That's half of one.
0.75 or something, I don't know. Where is it? Where's it gone? What is that number 25?
I put it somewhere. Oh dear.
Yeah. Well, you know.
We've got the audience is going to find this out, but we've got a few segments because we want to be a bit structured here. We've got a few segments and we'll waffle on, we'll chew the fat around that.
Yeah.
But it's funny because there's not one segment for me individually. There's not one segment for you individually, but there's a couple for Dean. And
0.75 over it.
And I think you're the only person that has your own segments, right? And we'll see this in the next episode. But like, what are you looking forward to about these segments in particular? And you can give away one of them. You get to choose one of them that you can tell the people about.
Hell. I mean, this is kind of giving away one of them in one of them, but like, I can't really remember, to be honest. Without doing a bit of homework, you know what I mean? It's in the locker somewhere.
Yeah, okay.
But no, I'm looking forward to just seeing how far we can just take stuff, man. Like, it's going to be daft at times, and people might get it, and people might not get it, but it's going to be daft.
Yeah,
and
I don't think we care if people get it.
Yeah,
because they're gonna come into our world, and if you like it, you'll stay, and you will stay.
Daft with thought behind it, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, we get deep.
It's gone again.
So one of the things about Dean, doesn't matter what the occasion, he'll turn up with a confectionery item. You know, what was that guy from 8 out of 10 Cats that always comes on with a bag?
Oh no, you're thinking of
Bill
Shooting
Bailey.
Stars, right?
No,
you're thinking of Angelos.
No,
Oh.
Angelos. Yeah. I am sorry. Yeah. He's come on with a bag.
The Sainsbury's bag.
Doesn't matter what the occasion. You could be meeting at a restaurant. He'll have a bag, and there will be something random in there. But he always comes with the most. He'll have a Mr. Kipling. Oh, he loves an angel slice, doesn't he?
Or some custard cream.
Oh, custard cream. Oh, my favourite.
I'm a sucker for some custard cream.
So we're going to do a segment called Dean's Confectionery Corner.
In that vein, by the way, what did you bring us last time I was here? What random?
Oh my
What that whiskey with a pear in it?
That whiskey with a pear in it.
So that now looks like.
So add a bit of context. for
Yeah,
people that
please.
weren't-
Yeah. So let me check it from my perspective, and then you tell me what it was for you.
Yeah.
So I turn up.
So we were already here, weren't we?
You guys are already here. I don't. All right, thank you. Minor dig, right? So I turn up.
Needle.
Dean's got something that he knows that I will be intrigued by, which is a bottle of whiskey. It's got a pear in it that's just, I don't know. I've got no backstory on this bottle at all. So I try some of it, and then I've got a few questions.
You've skipped a step.
Oh, go on, hold on. What have
Because I met you in the lift, and I
Right.
said, "Oh, by the way, Dean's got a very weird bottle. And I've had some, and at that point, I was
sorry.
5 minutes into having it, and I wasn't sure if it was the right decision because I had it on a whim. It was a mere whim that I drank it on, and then I
Whiskey.
started, then I whiskey on a whim.
It was a shared
And then
whim.
I started questioning if this was going to, because this, I mean, you carry on.
I mean, we had more anyway throughout the
Well, we
night.
definitely had some more, and it was like it was very interesting because it looked like a really unique bottle. I
Yeah.
didn't know anything of the backstory. It's very unusual to see an entire pear inside a bottle of whiskey. So I had a few questions about the origins of said whiskey, and what were those origins, Dean?
Well, I mean, firstly, how'd you get a pear in a bottle? And do you know what I mean?
It's one of them flexi
huge question.
bears.
Yeah, it's one of those
First and
flexi
foremost,
pears.
you know,
yeah,
he didn't put a seed in it and grew in it, you know. But anyway, at work,
Put a seed in it. Just put this in a barrel and be a full pear in 28 years.
but at work, I'm working in Kensington, and it's amazing what the people of West London just throw out to the street. Like, I think my mate's furnished his whole flat from the cast-offs. But anyway, someone where I work found a bag, and inside a bag was a bottle of unopened bottle of what looked like alcohol with a pear in it. And it obviously been sat on a shelf because the pear was still whole and intact.
Just about.
It was looking good.
It was visibly
You could
soggy.
tell it was a pear.
It was visibly soggy.
Now there's not. I think
you
even
could
the
identify
seeds.
what it
I think
was.
even the seeds have turned to dust
Yeah.
at this point. But anyway, the bottle's probably from the 70s, 80s. So
1870s?
there's been a bottle of whiskey just sat there in someone's house for 30 years.
Collecting
Therefore,
dust.
I'm never drinking it. I've never opened it. Let me put it out. Obviously, we pick it up and go, oh, it looks like a brain inside a bottle. Should we have that? And then I thought, why don't I bring it here and share it with you? And then it turned from in transit. Obviously, you can imagine a pear that's been saturated with alcohol for 30 years just literally turned to
Do
like
not blame
atoms.
Do
Do you know
not
what I mean? It's
blame
just
the
atoms.
transit.
Just a bunch of atoms.
Don't
transit
blame
did
the
it.
transit. It was
The one thing...
Like, what do you mean? Like, I didn't put it in a f***ing... What is it? When something like self-levels itself like the whole time.
a level.
Yeah. We'll have that. Put it in.
The
Put
one
it in.
thing...
Bang.
So the tall and short of that was you gave me whiskey that not even you'd found.
Someone else found it. I opened it. I tried it. I thought, who likes whiskey? Who likes pears in a bottle?
These guys.
These guys over here.
He's got 2 thumbs and likes pears in a bowl.
2 thumbs down.
And none of us had any, bad repercussions. So
No, we didn't, to be fair. We're still
I don't
standing.
know. I've
Any
been ill
alcohol
for about a
makers
week.
out there, put your pear in a bottle.
Well, I think, there's always signs in life, isn't there? And I think, like, I've been, my voice is a little bit croaky at the moment. And I was thinking, Sod's Law, we're recording a podcast, I'm feeling unwell. But I think and then Sod's Law, first time we get together, Dean gives us something that could probably kill us. But I think that shows that we're still here.
I tried it a couple hours earlier, so
No.
I would have been dead before.
But the one thing that is,
I got to you.
the one thing the audience needs to know is that it did crack. That there was a crack.
Right.
So that
Yeah,
what I mean
yeah.
is it hadn't been open and
No, I'm not feral. Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel bad about hearing that. Sorry, I feel better about hearing that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
That is-
I
Right.
physically
Okay,
opened the bottle.
okay.
Yeah,
that is
yeah,
vital
yeah.
information.
Yeah. No,
it is.
and I wouldn't let me tell you something. I wouldn't have bought you an open bottle of whiskey that I found on the street.
We also know you though.
No, but I wouldn't.
And there's
no.
a chance that that's something you would have
I mean,
done.
okay, I tried it first myself. You
Right.
know, fair enough.
There
But
was that guy that used to drink stuff on YouTube, and he was like, "Crack the seal to show it's real." Do you remember that? And he would like neck a whole
bottle of vodka.
The fellow
yeah.
isn't in
Big
the tank
Polish
top.
lad or something.
Yeah.
and he used to just crack it and do it, but the videos would always cut off immediately
Yeah,
after
because
he was
you know that he
finished.
was in the world of
Because
pain.
you can't do that. Blood level alcohol in the system is probably giving you
not
brain
good.
damage.
I remember there was a video once of the
I
game.
bet he's so sick. I bet his kitchen is covered in puke.
Oh yeah, 100%. He had
Blacklight, isn't
What, he hasn't cleaned it up?
He has a,
Yeah, probably
Oh,
just
right.
left the house. Yeah, see you
he has a
later.
puke room. You know,
Hope
like,
you're right, mate. By the way.
It had that.
He's not all right.
Oh.
that in
He's
the,
brown bread.
in the Tudor ages, right? Because they love gluttony so much.
Going back.
They'd go to a banquet and then they'd have a puke room. They'd probably call it something nice.
No, they didn't have
and
a
they would go
puke
in.
room.
I promise you, you did the research. Do your research,
What, Google?
right? Google. Type it in Google.
Faultless.
And no, they would gorge, right? This is why Henry VIII was so big. They'd gorge, and then they'd go in his room.
Did he forget to puke?
Throw it up,
Oh.
and then they'd come back to the party and go,
That's good, that.
jump back in, clean some space. And it was just about that. That was showing you're rich, basically, being able to throw up.
Oh,
We've all done that in a
okay.
Toby Carvery, though, haven't we? Let's be honest.
Yeah, I've done some things.
Make room for
I've done some stuff. I've seen some things. That reminds me, though, I remember there's a video of the game. He necked a full bottle of Grey Goose on
Triple
stage.
H. Oh, no,
No,
sorry.
the
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
The game, the rapper.
The rapper.
Rapper,
Next
yeah.
a full bottle of...
Grey Goose on stage, and people called him out for it being fake. But apparently that was his party trick. And like I think another rapper said that he seen him do it as well. But again,
It's not
who are
really...
you proving that to?
I could, if I was the game, I could get a bottle of Grey Goose made with the cap sealed with water inside.
Yo, it's the game here. You still got that connect?
Same again?
Same again at the
The
bar.
usual. Yeah.
The usual.
Grey Goose with
I
water
mean,
in it.
I don't really know. I don't care what your body composition is. You're not drinking a bottle of Grey Goose and then doing anything
And
productive.
believe me, you've tried.
Oh, yeah, I got close.
Yeah.
I think people that do them things online, there's a new guy now, American guy from, I think he's from the South. Big black guy. Like, you can't really see where his shoulders end and his neck face begins,
he's one of
like
them.
melted in. And we were really hungover after a wedding recently, and we watched him neck like 16 Dr. Peppers back to back. And the burps he was doing was absolutely horrible. And his whole channel is just that.
But you know what, though? That's got more views than we have right now.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
So,
A man drinking 16... In fact,
Well,
any
that's
Dr. Pepper, anybody?
the
or-
first segment next week is chew on
that is not confectionery corner.
17 bowls.
Yeah.
I would do 18.
What's my name?
18
Cool Hand
bowls.
Luke.
Cool Hand Luke. That's a reference. There you go.
God damn.
But Dean, as we were kind of like in the lift, I mean, this sums Dean up. We were like, we wanted him to save stuff for the podcast, didn't we? So we could authentically react. And last night he's like going, "Oh, we could talk about this," and I'm like, "You have one job, right? Just don't tell us what you're going to talk about.
Oh, no.
Tell us. You can tell us the top
Oh,
line."
no.
But you told me one thing in the lift, and you wanted to do a
Today?
segment. Yeah, but more like he actually behaved today. What do you want to ask us? You said that's the question. What
Good Lord.
what was it? You wanted to say?
Basically, I feel like something that would be good in every pod is like, what made you laugh hard, like crease this week? Like, what made you fucking crease this week?
Yeah, keep it light. And what was it?
Not, yeah, like, so, well, for me, I mean, there's probably a few things, but the one that I can think of is that pigeon flying into that man's head when he's trying to go,
Have you seen that?
fucking, he's trying to go
I
shot.
literally saw that on the way over here today. That's hilarious.
The best.
But, I mean, wow, come on now.
Imagine
I've seen
going
the
about-
pigeon in the golf, you know, the baseball pigeon.
Yeah. But imagine
This
going
is-
about your day, right? And the thing is, no one's around him. So what I was thinking about
But imagine
that
if there was no CCTV, we wouldn't. How many pigeons have flew in heads that we don't even know
so
about?
many,
Them?
so much things have happened and no one's seen it. But what made me laugh there was no one was around. So he probably thought, like, did that actually happen? And the pigeon's down there and he's gone about his day
just cracked
thinking, imagine he's got home, imagine he lives alone and he's just thinking, fuck, what are the chances? Wakes up the next morning, nothing. And then like a couple of weeks later, that's been leaked.
He's a meme.
And now he's a meme.
Yeah,
Also,
and he went home and told his wife, and she went, "Fuck, shut up, Darren." You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you and your just
You and your pigeon
go and get me
nose.
20 Marlboro in it, and just shut up. Come back without another wacky story.
why were you late for our kid's birthday, Darren? Well, I was walking and a pigeon hit me in the head. Oh, I've heard it all now, Darren.
Whose feathers are these?
Damn, get that off the
Oh, you even got feathers, did you?
feathers in the beard. Get
Just
one of
tell
that.
me you're not coming, Darren. But that would have hurt though, because
Mate,
it's beak
the
first,
flying.
isn't it? It's beak first always.
Yeah.
It's never feet first, is it? With
I mean,
birds,
not being funny though.
unless they're
Imagine a
landing.
bird that
Unless
flew
they're
like that.
landing.
Just feet.
A pigeon is never hitting me in the face. I don't
You're
care
tempted fate now.
how tired I am. There's no way.
Bro, it
a
came
pigeon.
so
Nah, it
excited,
doesn't
swiped
matter.
him,
It doesn't
bro.
matter. You must be
No.
out of your mind because you can't see a pigeon coming at
Sometimes
you.
you're not thinking.
have you seen that? You saw the video.
I'm never not thinking to the degree that a pigeon's gonna fly
Always
into
on
my
that.
head. Always, mate. I'd have
thing
caught it.
about
I'd
Ben
have
is
caught it.
you
I'd
didn't
have caught
see
it.
that, did
I'd
you?
have caught it in my hand. Say that again, love. Did you just do something?
Nah,
He's got one eye.
sorry,
there,
there was a pigeon.
What's your bad eye?
Tried to stop it.
I'm not gonna tell you now, am I?
It's this one. Isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I don't think he's got full peripheral on that side. So if you got a pigeon from your left,
I'm in
you're-
the pigeon
you're
fancy
asking-
red on the left side.
Honestly,
Only on the left side, yeah.
I could live to 1,000
that's
and a
the
pigeon
critic
is never hitting me in the face.
And if it does,
There's no way.
put the lottery on.
I
innit?
think
Yeah. Next day.
Did he? I bet he didn't even put the lottery on when he went inside, did he? He just got the Marlboro and walked out, didn't he?
Yeah, probably. But I think that's more down to sheer probability than any attribute that you possess. It's not you going, I'm pigeon proof.
Listen, all right, you can walk through central London.
No one's pigeon-proof,
Walk
mate.
through central
Nobody.
London.
I don't care who you are.
Go to Leicester Square. You're going to have to duck a pigeon once or twice a day. You're in central
I used
London.
to get attacked by a seagull.
See, there we go. Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And trust me,
All of a sudden,
not
the
fun.
numbers are getting way
Not
higher,
fun
right?
at all. Yeah.
I hit a pigeon in a car about a year ago. But like a glance and
Right.
it shook me up. You don't expect to see it. And then you're like,
Oh, at speed.
what, country lane, probably 50, 60 mile an hour.
Don't they take down planes and stuff when pigeons?
If they get in the, yeah. That feels like a flaw in plane design, doesn't it?
The
A
AC
bird.
of pigeon.
Do you know what I thought,
Well, it wouldn't be
actually?
a
Why
pigeon
don't
wouldn't
planes
do that,
have-
surely? It'd have to be a decent sized bird to do that.
That can fly at altitude.
Yeah.
Unless it happened like around the runway.
Like a robin. Robins are mush, aren't they?
Yeah,
Like,
they're getting incinerated.
just gone in it. Also, why don't planes, if they're crashing, why don't in the top they open up and a big parachute comes out and they just float down? Obviously,
Find out next week on Chew the Fat.
I mean, I'm sure. I mean,
Do you know how much
trademark, by the way, flipping.
Yeah, I want to mock that idea, but that idea is actually sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
It's not going to work, obviously.
the
It
physics
would
behind-
change the weight of a plane, possibly, or they could just use
Yeah,
like
if the
a
plane
couple
was-
umbrellas. You know.
It would probably slow the velocity down, but we're talking about like
Right.
very heavy.
But also, if it's going down, it's going down, isn't it?
yeah.
And also, how often do planes crash these days?
Oh, I
The
don't
percentages.
think that.
No, I'll say
I'll
it.
become a nervous flyer.
Not
Oh,
unless there's a lot of
rejection.
scientists on them.
Yes, I was on a stag do was that this year or last year? Last year, coming back from Benidorm, right?
Good time.
Proper-
You want the plane to go down.
No, mate, we barely slept on the last night. We got to leave the place at like 6 a.m. We landed in Bristol, which is already long. I was going back to Birmingham.
Going
at
on
the
to
time.
Bristol.
Yeah. And the thing about
Very
Bristol,
blackballing.
apparently, we found out now, because it's got the valley, you can sometimes get like pockets of wind.
Right.
And we're coming down, and I'm sat on the far right, and I'm like, we're coming down way too quick. And I'm already a bit of a nervous flyer anyway when we go up and down. Once I'm up, I'm sound. I just don't like clunky
The
noises.
chances of things happening is in the land or
yeah,
takeoff.
and we're coming down, and I'm seeing, I'm like, oh, we're going quick here. We hit, you've never heard metal like that, you know that sound of metal bending?
Right.
Hit, like, stuff has hit the ceiling from people's tables, not tables, but like, people's hands have gone up, we bounced, don't know how high, but it felt like a proper bounce. Second landing, bam, and then then all you hear is the engines go full blast, and he's gone back up, aborted landing. And the worst bit is, you're in the air for
wants to do that
40
again.
minutes, doing a big
Doing a
circle,
circle, yeah.
all that time thinking it's going to happen again. There's people crying, people we haven't slept, so we're already feeling a bit anxious anyway. And I remember looking at my mate when we landed, and he was like, a few lads were really shaken up. He just stood there looking hungover as anything, just like, little near deathy one, yeah. I was like,
little near death.
little near deathy one. You know who you are.
We've all had a little near death.
Little near
That's
death, I
very
guess.
good. That's very good.
But pigeon proofing. That's where that's come from. So that's what's made you laugh this week. Is a man.
Oh yeah,
in the
sorry,
face of
yeah.
pigeons.
Back to the original point.
If you're watching this as well, if you're watching, comment below what's made you laugh this week. Let's make this the podcast that is all about light and breezy. That doesn't mean it's going to be wishy-washy either, by the way.
No.
It just means that we're not going to start talking about the Crimea or non-binary
please no.
politics. Like, let's leave all that to the people that care about it. Let's keep this light and breezy with D Breezy
I'm not that guy.
and Ben Ceasy.
Never,
Double
never,
DC.
never again. Never again do I want to hear that. But
What, Ben Ceasy? Ben Ceasy sounds like a drug that Americans have. You know how they always know their drugs? I've had 2 tablets of Ben Ceasy and can't stop. Won't stop.
Actually,
What's made you laugh this week, though?
Yeah,
Come
I'll
on.
sneak in I've got one little one, and it's my mate's just come back from New York, and I wasn't feeling very well earlier this week. She said, I've got some drugs for you, and it just reminded me because I was like immediately, no, thank you.
Like,
What, as in, like,
Yeah, you leave your American drugs.
Yeah.
Sorry,
That's
guys.
hard
Yeah.
as well.
Your
you
Percocets
leave-
and your
Yeah,
Xanaxes and
there
your...
is mad.
What it reminded me of is like the old school when I was in New York before for a decent amount of time. The adverts for drugs.
Oh, it's mad.
The side effects
It's that-
being way worse than the thing you're trying to cure. It's like, oh yeah, you know.
And they have to say it by law, don't they?
They
And
have
say it real
to.
quick.
So it's like, but you tell me those are the
Wait, they're
potential
literally
side effects.
telling you the side, like...
Yeah,
So
they
that-
have
at
to
the
do
end-
it in the
No,
adverts.
but people are still...
At
Oh,
the,
yeah.
At the end of like side effects may include dizziness, weight loss, heart attacks, brain tumors. Turning on your
Batteries not
friends-
included.
Turning on your friends and family.
Eyeball eruptions.
Terms and conditions apply.
Hoisting crispy owls.
Strawberry bonbons. 4 cheese pizza.
He got it.
Of course I got it. You're not going to throw a Seven Ifowich quote to us and not get it returned down the line.
Unbelievable.
Come off it. Grow up, will you?
Grow up.
Strap your
So
boots on.
that is something that is absolutely comical to me. Yeah.
What, that they just take drugs
Yeah,
knowing the
yeah,
side effects
yeah.
are just...
Well,
Yeah, but it's
It's-
also like,
yeah.
it's
That's the Coca-Cola version,
let
isn't
me
it?
mask this little issue I have, but then create 10 more issues.
oh
Big
god.
Pharma, ladies and gentlemen. Nope.
Yeah. Light and breezy.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Yeah.
Come to the Mentos once more. Here we go. Fizz pat.
But I think we're
Face bet.
we'll we'll probably we're wrapping this sec, but I think the what we want this to turn into is we want you guys to really be a part of this as well. We want you to tell us what kind of topics you want us to chew the fat on. Obviously, as you get to know us more, you'll know our personalities, you know what we find funny.
Yeah.
But we're going to obviously post this on YouTube. We're going to be on Spotify. I might do Acast as well. I don't know who. I always hear podcasts say Acast, but
Rumble?
sorry, Spotify. We'll put it on everything we can.
Yeah.
We're going to start posting clips on TikTok and Instagram as well. But like, please comment. Like,
Yeah. It's not
everyone
going to
is-
write itself, is it? So, you know,
No,
if
we
you can
better-
do after
well,
work for us.
exactly. We'll bounce around, and I think to start with, we're going to try and bank a few episodes, so we can't be hella topical because we all work. We all trying to get this on the side. But I think as we get more and more popular, which we will, we'll try and be a bit more topical that week. But yeah, make sure you comment.
And we'll be able to go back on stuff like previous things. And
100%.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's we're giving you all this stuff for free, and we're asking for such a minimal thing in return. But yeah, make sure you like
tune
this
in,
video.
enjoy, man. Yeah.
Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube account. We're going to be posting all our episodes on YouTube and the shorts. Should we
Down
do
here?
that?
Is it
That
down
would
here?
be-
Or is it
Yeah,
over
we're all
there?
just pointing to different
Where is
places.
it?
Yeah, it's
Hey,
one of
where is
these
it?
little
Do you know what I'm gonna do?
Spider-Man
I'm
thing.
going to edit them on every point.
Give him some
Click
work
my
to
face.
do.
Yeah, we probably get better at the social side, but yeah, all that like, comment, subscribe shit that everyone has to say. But no, honestly, we need all your help to start with as well, because we don't want to get lost in that algorithm. So, and yeah, let us know how we can make this better as well. Obviously, first episode in the bank. I think this one was really about just setting our scene, wasn't it? Like letting you know what's happening. But I think we'll
Also
start.
seeing our personalities a bit. I
Yeah,
guess,
we'll get
you
some
know.
structure next episode, and
See how we chew fat.
I think, yeah, we're definitely going to have a confectionery corner. So also, there is a confectionery item. Make sure you hit Dean up. Dean's going to be, we need to get you, you could be our Twitter guy. 'Cause I don't go near Twitter.
Oh, true.
X. I don't go near that cesspool.
Oh, it is the Wild West.
Yeah.
I love
but
Twitter. Shout me. I mean, I don't even know my own app, so.
You don't even know.
We'll post it, won't we? We'll post it.
You creep through the curtains.
I'm a window shopper.
I heard that yesterday on show.
Have you got,
Simulation.
have we got time to quickly do your What's Made You Laugh this week?
Do you know what? Let me.
Have you got one?
Let me come back. I mean,
All right.
I actually, to be fair, that pigeon video did get me. That was real good. So
That'd be good.
Yeah, I can't think of anything off the top. That was good. I probably would have said something similar, but I'll be prepared next time, and I'll make a note of it. But yeah, man, thank you for watching, listening, and make sure you come back. And yeah, we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.